game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
Well, the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
This defense for the Packers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
From the 24, Goff. He'll get that one complete to counter.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
I get a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now it's gone.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And he returns this to the 22. Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 27, Rodgers, he completes it to Boyd. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards, well struck. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much of margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum down.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Goff now looking to throw. And Shark hauls it in. And he's brought down. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Lions sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they've been playing well, really well. Winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out.
And quite frankly, there wasn't a whole lot to draw on in the loss last week because they were dominating every phase of the game. You got to hope that they show a little more life in this one because they certainly didn't have it in their last outing.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And he is going to have the Lions 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge game, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Once again, it's Swift.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Goff going to keep it himself. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. On the keeper, here's Goff. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding him to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try the air now with Goff. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When a guy with that type of speed, you do some. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go. We've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second.
He's got a man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. On play action, Rodgers. He gets this one to Boyd. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the delay, Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And this one is incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Julian O'Connor.
Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive. And it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. It's now a 2-touchdown lead there for the Dolphins. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. He's going to go up top again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first, and the Lions will take over. Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you point out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration. And he decided to go for it there to try and kickstart things.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
So now following the sack, often the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
They'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Packers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back at the back 7, phenomenal. No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about a different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Lions are going to get the football back at their own 17. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness.
And that's caught inside the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaughan. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On play action. Now Rodgers. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Jones. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. This one swung out here to Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, Swift. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Goff. He'll get this off to Swift. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Goff going to keep it himself. Yeah, boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a first down. Goff a handoff here to Swift, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Goff now to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 57 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third. First down, and they go with Swift again. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
And the Lions are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
A line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Up the middle, it's Williams. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Third and goal from the 6. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Does it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
On the keeper, here's Goff. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The Snake successful from a yard out. And the Lions are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this fourth quarter advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. The Packers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is third down and 12. Eyes the crossing route and hits Watson. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. Now Rodgers got to have this one. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Rodgers again now. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Aiden Hutchinson in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
second and goal. Rodgers toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
He's airing it out for Williams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all. Haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers.
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Tanner Conner with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This